Hello, people. We are here and we're coming to you live from the Great Lounge. This is your boy Dumi.
And my name is Woo, and welcome to yet another episode of Preach Like It Is.
So, guys, today we're going to be touching on a topic that, yeah, it's a topic. Like I feel it's a topic that needs a lot of discussion. There's truth and there's fiction behind it. So recently, it's not last week, the week before, the NSFAS, National Student something Fund Scheme, whatever that is. NSFAS is practically the government's bursary of sponsoring students with fees to varsities. Now they said they are no longer going to fund what they consider to be what do you call it? Not useless, not the word they use. Outdated courses. What the hell? Firstly, what is an outdated course? Makes sense, but what is an outdated course? What is the list of these outdated courses? And why tell students when it's time to register to universities when they've depended on NSFAS, having applied to NSFAS last year and was so certain that, hey, we're going to get funding from NSFAS. And then NSFAS comes in 2021 as if COVID is not enough, and then boom, we're not going to be funding certain courses because of whatever reason. Is that fair? How is that fair? How do we let that slide as a people? I mean, I feel it would have been fair if, okay, we let this year pass, and within the year or even now, tell the students, okay, guys,
as of maybe next year or something.
This is the list of degrees we say are outdated in South Africa specifically. These degrees are outdated in South Africa, so we are no longer going to fund them as of 2020, as of 2022. So from 2021, if you're still doing this degree, please understand that if you continue in 2022, we are not going to fund you. Mm-hmm. Then you have ample amounts of time to look for another bursary or to change your course as a student.
Yeah.
But then also, I also believe that, okay, well, the responsibility lies on the government and on the parents, but not all on NSFAS, because if they teach you at school how to do proper research, now not all schools are like that. Some schools you actually have, you are fortunate enough of having a teacher or teachers who are inclined to understand that, hey, listen here, we have too many teachers in South Africa now. So if you're going to study a teaching degree, where are you going to get a job?
Yeah.
Because now let's be real. I think UJ has plus or minus 20,000, not 20,000, 2,000 education students that graduate per year, if not more. Now that's UJ alone. And if 2,000 people are graduating from university, you can't tell me there's 2,000 teachers who are either going to retire that next year or who are going to die, because that's what you're waiting for.
Yeah.
Someone needs to die or someone needs to retire in order for your position to be filled. How many teachers retire a year?
Yeah.
I mean, our old high school is literally now full of young teachers. So looking at that school alone, how many of those teachers are retiring anytime soon? When are they reaching 62? I mean, when are they reaching 62? It's not as if a year goes by just by the snap of fingers. It takes a while.
Yeah.
I mean, so we need to focus on educating young people more on which direction to go in terms of that, because it's very stressful. I'm fortunate, but also it's unfortunate to know someone who's struggling to get into university. Firstly, because chose the wrong options, but then when they realize they chose the wrong options, they are now not given the opportunity to change them. I mean, what's that? I mean, I made a mistake and I'm acknowledging it. Can't you help me fix it? Especially if I'm on your system, and it's a struggle now because you have to change your degree because you found out now that NSFAS is not going to fund you. And guys, not all of us have the finances to fund even 1 year of university, let alone college. Because I mean, university is like what, a degree, a 1 year course can be close to 40,000 if not more. I mean, imagine now everyone is now trying to raise funds of 40,000. Some people will succeed, some won't.
Yeah.
So what are you telling me? Someone that has the potential to actually study something and become something shouldn't go do that because, well, they can't study because NSFAS is not funding it.
Yeah.
Now so that person's gonna go out and look for a job. They get the job. Then someone who actually needs the job more than this person, because this person would be studying, does not get the job. So then we tell ourselves we're gonna help the economy that way. No, we're not. We're just gonna increase the rate of poverty. Like, guys, education should be beyond. We should, like, I feel like school just teaches you how to survive. You know, how to get out of school, work for salary, and live hand to mouth. You know, you must have a car on credit, you must have a house. You know, they don't teach you how to manage these things properly, how to live a life that is financially free. You know, life not free of finances, but free to the point where you don't have to worry about where your next slice of bread is gonna come from, or where your next money for the installment's gonna come from, or the mortgage or whatnot. I mean, like, guys, is it even fair? Like, is it fair? My heart bleeds and cries out because I myself struggled. Okay, not because of NSFAS. Yeah, universities are quite. That's a pandemic on its own. The university stress, that's a pandemic on its own. But right now, that's just giving us problems. And students are out here, even those who are funded, actually, because I have a friend who's living on res, and she is funded by NSFAS, but they didn't pay. They didn't pay. So now people are on res and they're hungry. Balambile. Guys, no, guys. Like, I don't even know. I don't know. Kuti.
Shame, guys. Please just step out of the screen then. Just come give Demi a hug. He's really touched by this. Like, it's deep.
Like, the saddest thing, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. Only thing we can do is just complain.
True.
Complain. Like, this is all you're gonna hear.
True.
Trust me, after this video, it's gonna share. Everyone's gonna hear it. We're gonna speak about it for a while.
Yeah.
Dead.
Over. Because there's nothing that we can do, man. Which is unfortunate. So you people, young people who are still in school, yes, do continue studying, guys. You need it. But please do your research, guys. Please just try. Whether you ask your teachers, ask around, you know. Just there's so many things to do. Because I think the problem with our generation now, and we have very few people who are innovative, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. This gets out of this mentality that, you know what, go to primary school, go to high school, go to teacher, get a job. I say Kim Sevens is finished. Exactly, guys. He's finished. Maybe you can only count. It's like maybe your engineers. We still need a bit more of those. Maybe
But
doctors. I don't
to,
even know.
They have to be careful what type of diseases, because everyone's now running for mechanical engineering.
Oh, true.
Now you have mechanics all over the place. So now that's flooded.
As
you
well.
know? So like he said, do research.
Yeah.
Like, find out which field is not full, which field is in demand in your country. Wow, in South Africa.
Or come up with new ideas, guys, and start businesses.
And guys,
know?
there's nothing wrong with arts. Like, I don't know,
Actually,
people have something against arts, guys. Arts, you have to have a passion for it.
Yeah, true.
Don't go into arts because it looks fun and whatnot. Arts pays, but you have to have the grace for it. You have to have the heart for it, because you're going to deal with very rude people.
Yeah.
You're going to deal with a whole lot of nonsense. So if you don't have the heart for it, don't go to arts. You know, you must know that you want it. And guys, you know, your parents knows what's best for you. I will not disagree with that. But they only know what's best for you if they know you.
True.
If you don't spend time with your parents, if you don't speak to your parents, and they actually took time to know who their child is when you were growing up, and when you once said you wanted to be an engineer, perhaps, you know, I want to fix cars.
Because I wanted to be a doctor, but now I'm even afraid of touching people's hands. Can you imagine?
And that's also another thing. You can't want to go into something, but you can't be a doctor and you're scared of blood.
I mean,
dude,
you know.
no,
Yeah.
no. So back on the parents story. Don't let your parents pressure you.
Yeah.
Let them understand that, guys, university is difficult if you are doing something you're not passionate about. Because remember, when you choose something, you have to choose something that you will be able to keep yourself up to continue doing it. You don't need external extrinsic motivation.
Yeah.
Motivation must be from yourself. If you can motivate yourself to sit up and study and push, then you're fine. But if it's something that mommy and daddy wants, because you know you get those parents, they want to live their lives with their children.
I mean, we experience it in high school, like those subjects that you don't like, or if it's a teacher, sometimes not even the subject, but if it's the teacher that you don't like, You will never do that person's work. You won't even, and you're only disadvantaging yourself and hurting yourself.
Exactly.
But not because you don't like that teacher. You won't do this like Yazin. I know, like Mina. I know she won't watch. It's fine. Madam Lucy, wherever you are, I didn't like geography because of you. You ruined geography for me, okay?
and
But I still passed though.
and there's things I think they don't tell you. You know, they make it sound like, okay, at first it's nice to get out of school now, but the freedom is very tempting. You know, if you're not stable in whatever it is, you don't have to be all holy and whatnot. If you're just not stable, you will lose yourself.
Yeah.
Because anything can attract you if you
That's
easily
some
if you easily influenced. You can be
codeine.
codeine or because apparently is it crystal meth, I can't remember which drug is it, but there's one that is used for concentration. It actually helps with concentration, but in certain doses, and doctors have to prescribe that for you. So now if your friend is telling you, hey bruh, this thing helps with concentration, and they give it to you, it's going to help you with concentration.
Yeah.
But your friend's not a doctor. So they're gonna give it to you at a certain dose and it's gonna be nice. You're gonna concentrate, you're gonna do things, you're gonna do things, you're gonna do things. In the long run, you might get addicted to the thing and you might lose yourself. So you have to have a strong personality. You have to be ready for the outside world. And school does not necessarily prepare you for the outside world, because at school you get your teacher fighting for assignments. They're fighting for, like, guys, for
They just
you
wanna
to
do
do
their
your
work.
work.
Yeah.
You know, when you go outside, not even speaking about tertiary, just when you go outside the world, outside the borders of school, outside the borders of your parents' protection, it's the wild west. It's crazy out there. You know, it's rough, guys. So rough,
Yeah.
guys. Like, please find a way. Read books, do research. I mean,
you've got Google now.
we have
and
the
you-
internet. Literally at the tips of your fingers.
Yeah.
You can search.
Ask around. Do
Anything.
not be afraid. You know, I know sometimes we're afraid of. I know some people. I'm not, but other people are afraid of approaching people. If you're like me and you're not afraid of, just ask. You know, hi, can I do this? Hey, how do you do this? You know, just maybe sometimes just to get some experience. You know, how does this work? Yeah. Just sharper. You know, from that maybe you might even like get more knowledge than people who actually studied that whole thing. You might even go on to start your own company or something.
Exactly.
You know?
And on that same note, do you know funny thing about our country, or maybe even the world, I don't know really. But in our country, you get a degree, you need experience. So now if you were studying and you weren't doing learnerships and whatnot, that means you don't have experience.
Yeah.
Who's going to hire you with your degree?
They will shopper you with qualified with no experience.
So that goes to work in your advantage.
Yeah.
Because now you have experience under your belt. Like, okay, this person can work with people, so okay, fine. This person studied engineering. Okay, let's not start them off in a big position. They know how to build something small, or they know how to deal with a small group. They know how to do Excel or whatever it is. Then they can put you in there. And then once you get your foot in that field, you know, you are one step closer to getting to where you want to be. But guys, you can start your own company. Like, there's things out there, that people out there who will fund you, but you have to have a great. You have to convince the person to spend their money on you, that you are worth their money. So don't ever think that because you have a business idea, boom, someone's just going to give you the money. You have to convince them. You have to sell your idea to them. So understand that everything that is worth having is worth working for. So, like, but yeah, I think we've made it clear. We've kind of exhausted this topic. Yeah, I've spoken. I'm not depressed about this issue anymore. I've opened up, you know, and I've reached out to people. I've vented. So
thank you guys for listening.
I'll do this.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening, guys. This counts. You know. But anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. You know, and go ahead. You know, anything. Feel free. Feel free. There's guys, but don't swear and do this thing. But we've never had that problem here, so just feel free and do what you want to do. So we love you from our side, sharp and our yeah.